In our modern days of modern gaming, we have DLSS and PSSR, but what do these mean and why do they matter? We're going to talk about that today. Well, welcome everyone to the Dr. Blue Duck channel where we talk about dad stuff and we talk about gaming stuff, and you are all invited to be a part of this gaming community. So let's go ahead and talk about DLSS first. It stands for Deep Learning Super Sampling, and it's a technology from NVIDIA. In case you don't know, NVIDIA makes GPUs like the RTX 5070, which is what I personally have in my gaming PC that I quite enjoy. DLSS is a smart AI upscaling technique that uses AI to reconstruct a game's visuals to a higher resolution, like 4K, for example. The results look close to native 4K, but it runs much faster. That matters because it allows for higher frame rates, which we all like, sharper images, and sometimes lets you use heavier graphical settings like ray tracing, which enhances the visual lighting of a game. The Nintendo Switch 2 uses a custom COC, which means a system on chip that is designed by NVIDIA. And it's actually called the NVIDIA T239. Now don't confuse that with the T800 or you'll be in trouble. This is a much more powerful chip than the one in the Nintendo Switch 1, which used the Tegra X1. Now the DLSS with the custom Switch 2 chip is specifically designed for the Nintendo Switch 2 as it is optimized for lower power since it's made for handheld gaming. Overall, it's efficient and allows for good visual boost, and it's easier on the hardware. Recently, people have been very impressed with what it does with games like Resident Evil Requiem, Cyberpunk 2077, and Fast Fusion. Now, first-party Nintendo titles usually don't use DLSS because Nintendo's in-house engines are highly optimized for Nintendo hardware. So they do fine already in terms of performance without having to rely on any external upscaling technology. But this could change in the future. Also, Nintendo games often have more cartoony or stylized visuals rather than realistic-looking graphics, and therefore these games are less graphically demanding. So let's talk about the PSSR2, which is just a more advanced PSSR. PSSR stands for PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, and it's Sony's AI-based upscaling technology. It's pretty much Sony's response to NVIDIA's DLSS and even AMD's FSR, which we haven't really talked about. It allows games to be rendered at a lower resolution to improve frame rates, and then it upscales them to look better with high resolution like 4K. Although Sony actually doesn't call it PSSR2, it's the newer version that allows for sharper image quality, better motion clarity, more improved detail reconstruction, and more stable frame rates. As of now, PSSR and PSSR2 only work on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Some of the games that currently have PSSR2 support at the launch of this updated technology are Resident Evil Requiem, Silent Hill 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Dragon's Dogma 2, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Cyberpunk 2077, and Crimson Desert. So why does this all even matter? Well, it uses AI to help games look better, which is mostly a good thing for gaming dads like us. Instead of the Nintendo Switch 2 costing twice as much to handle these more demanding games, it can be a weaker system, but use AI to make games still look good. Now, there are people who are like, but it's not native resolution. And yes, they're definitely right. It's not native, but it looks good enough. And I'm okay with that as long as the game is enjoyable. So are you playing a game to be some professional game critic, or are you playing a game just for the enjoyment of that game? Us gaming dads, you see, we have busy life schedules and high responsibilities, so we normally play games as a way to relax and recharge. I currently have a Nintendo Switch 2, a Steam Deck OLED, PlayStation 5 Pro, an RTX 5070 gaming PC, and what I've learned with all of those systems is that if it's not fun, you're doing it wrong. So have fun, gaming dads, and bring your family in on the fun at times too. Use your hobby of gaming as a way to help you recharge and take a quick break to make you a better dad, not a cynical, angry man upset with a lack of your preferred micro details and frame rates. Now, I know the dads who are part of this Dr. Blue Duck gaming community are the dads that put their families first, and somewhere farther down the line is their hobby of gaming. And I want to invite you to be a part of that gaming community. So feel free to follow me on TikTok for Thursday night live streams and on Substack to read chapters of my newest book titled Christian Gaming Dad. Well, as always, guys, be kind, use your minds, and game on.